Good afternoon. So what do you do if you feel that you have been mistreated by the SSA in a way that is discrimination? Okay, so I had a question from somebody who um, was claiming that they were discriminated against, they felt, which obviously I think probably ended up in a poor decision on their SSA claim. So person didn't know what to do. So the answer is, if you think you've been discriminated against by SSA employee, there is a form called the SSA 437-BK. And it's called a complaint form for allegations of program discrimination by the Social Security Administration. I'm just going to read to you the SSA policy, and then I'm going to go on to tell you what things this is not going to apply to. It reminds you that the SSA is required to conduct its programs and activities in a way that does not discriminate on the basis of, and this is the part you have to listen to, on the basis of race, color, national origin, which including limited ability to communicate in English, religion, sex, including sexual orientation and gender identity now, disability, age, or parental status. Okay, so if you are feeling discriminated against, you have to belong to one of these protected groups or be perceived perhaps as belonging to one of these protected groups. And in essence, you're basically saying they treated me differently because I'm a member of that group, not because of some other reason. Okay, so in other words, discrimination is only illegal if it falls within certain parameters. There's plenty of discrimination that is not illegal, even if it's distasteful. So if someone says, I don't like you, Stephanie, because of, I hate the sound of your voice, which I really couldn't blame them. And I want nothing to do with you, and I'm not even going to help you with your case anymore or process your application. I probably would have no case of discrimination for that, even though they're discriminating against me based on my voice. So this form wouldn't be appropriate. So you have to determine if you fall into one of those groups or if you can be perceived as falling into one of those groups. And obviously the way you're treated has to be because you're in that group. It can't just be a coincidence or a circumstance. You know, it's got to be the basis. Anyway, so you file this form. It's not all complicated. And they go on to talk about this is not a form to be used if you're an employee or an applicant even for a job with SSA and you think you've been poorly treated or discriminated against. That would be with the EEO. Okay, so you wouldn't be filing this. You would be filing through the SSA's equal employment opportunity. And they give information though in this form if you realize that is what you should be doing. Okay, and they make it clear for claimants, if you have been denied and you believe it's discrimination and you're going to file this 437 form, that's all good. But that does not delay your need to appeal if you're also unhappy and disagree with the decision, the actual merits of your case. You have to file the appeal deadline in your denial determination letter, or if it's a denial decision by an ALJ. The appeal time period does not change just because you believe you were discriminated against. Two different fruits there, okay? Apples and oranges. So don't blow off your appeal because, well, I'm going to complain about discrimination. That reminds me to remind you of the video about SSA is not Burger King. You can't have it your way. You have to follow their process. So again, if you disagree with the decision, regardless of whether you believe there was discrimination or not, you need to appeal it in that process that you're given. That is the only way to appeal it. And there are deadlines. So again, you always want to read all of your letters line by line to the end. Because if you blow an appeal, it's not going to be waived. It's just not. Short of you being in the hospital for like most of the time you should have been appealing. And the discrimination decision, whether you filed that 437 form, that's a whole separate incident from appealing your case. So don't confuse the two. And you can't stick to your own desires of only doing one, and I shouldn't have to appeal because I was discriminated against. I'm just going to complain about discrimination. You're going to lose your appeal. It's not going to help you with your appeal. If you were discriminated against, yeah, there could be some other repercussions. Should you, follow that whole process and prove, to someone's satisfaction that it occurred. But that is not going to change your failure to appeal. Okay. And for a variety of reasons, if you fail to appeal and that was your last bite at the apple, you could be terminating any chance you ever had of winning Social Security disability. Okay. So discrimination claims, SSA 437, needing to appeal, completely different animal. Don't blow it just because you were discriminated against. You still have to appeal. All right. Thank you and have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. I'm about to go do so myself. Bye now.